snacks.
What it do, snackers and snackettes? It's your boy Gage. That's Jokes.
Yo.
That's Sin.
What's up?
This is Loading Snacks Weekly.
That it is.
We get together once a week and we talk about things that are going on in pop culture. And today,
I wonder what's on the docket.
a whole lot of stuff.
Whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about Marvel Phase 4,
Okay.
San Diego Comic-Con. Before we do that,
Mm-hmm.
coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, is there anything other than that you want to talk about, touch on, put on the table, sir? And lean in your direction.
I think outside of Marvel, I think my two things. I think one may be actually yours. Obviously the
So I'm gonna just go ahead and steal it.
You know what? I won't do that. No, I'm not gonna steal your thing.
Okay.
The trailer for Picard.
Which I still haven't watched yet.
Oh my goodness. You need to
Now,
watch
are you
that.
I feel like maybe we've discussed this before. Are you an original Next Generation fan? Like, did you watch Next Generation?
Next Generation is where I began.
Okay.
That is where I began. I watched all. I believe that was 9 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. But I've watched all of those. There's only one season that I have not watched, and that was Enterprise.
Okay.
But Next Generation, Voyager,
Scott
Deep
Bakula.
Space Nine, like all of those. That's the only one that I have not watched.
Okay.
So watching the trailer for Picard, there were so many moments. If you've watched other seasons of Star Trek, that just absolutely are there.
Yeah.
To just draw you in.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, and I'm seeing clips of it. Like, that's kind of dope. That's kind of dope.
From the Last Generation movie, what looks like we're gonna get, answers of what occurs after said movie. It's a 20-year jump, so pretty much it's
Right.
in time.
It's a real
Real-time thing. So we're going from Nemesis to this, and we're gonna learn of some of the events that occurred after Nemesis leading up to this. And I'm very excited for that.
I dig it. You?
It's probably everything having to do with the Arrowverse.
Okay.
All that stuff.
And that's why I didn't say no.
Even though I know you're a fan, just like I am. But no, all the promos were really, really tough. I do want to sit down and actually watch like their panels, which I might sit around and do at work tomorrow, since I, kind of do that. But no, like the promos were really dope, really touching. Everything that they got going on with this crossover this year is going to be amazing. The fact that it's the whole entire seasons are kind of engulfed in the crossover episodes is Crisis on
Infinite Earths.
I was about to say X, and I knew that was wrong. But that we got Brandon Ruth bringing back his interpretation of Superman. Like Burt Ward is coming to play somebody. Like, it's just going to be dope. This whole final season, it seems like setting Arrow off in a good light is where they're going. Like, they're pulling out all the stops for this, and I'm all aboard for it.
My man. Now you're gonna wait till it's all over to watch it.
Tell you the truth, I'm debating not to. Just because.
It's the last joint.
Yeah, it's so much going to be going on. Like,
be in the moment.
I could actually have a conversation with you.
I might just start this final go around just each week, just watch each of them.
Yeah.
And just build up to it. Yeah, I might just do that.
I dig it. Okay. So Kevin Feige
Yeah, Kev
walked his ass on stage and bust a move. You hear me? Bust a whole move.
Oh yeah, he did.
Okay? So let's just talk about what the hell has happened. It's an amazing thing to have what is essentially an entire slate over the next 2 years of 10 individual properties and not really get any word on properties you already know exist and are being done. That right there, that's a plan in action.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's a moving and changing and morphing plan.
Yeah.
But let's run through this. So last week we got together and we talked about what we thought Thor 4 might be.
Actually be.
At the time, we didn't have a name
Nope.
Right.
for Thor 4. So even though technically Thor 4 is the last piece of what was revealed
For
in
phase
terms
4.
of like where it falls in
at.
line, let's talk about Love and Thunder. First of all, how do we feel about the name?
Cool with the name.
Okay.
Cool with
I'm
it.
cool with it.
Okay. Secondly, how do we feel about everyone returning?
Absolutely cool with that.
I'm good with it.
Okay. How do we feel about Natalie Portman being Thor?
She's Jane Foster.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Now, how do we think it happens? Wait. Before you go too far, I just want to remind people. Alright, let's do this. Let's do a primer. In the comic books,
Mm-hmm.
okay, there is a time in the comic books, this is like 2014,
Yep.
where Thor becomes unworthy.
Yep.
Jane picks up the hammer, becomes Thor. That run of the comics is the Mighty Thor.
Mighty Thor.
Right.
So we're not female Thor, we're not
No.
she Thor,
And
we're
I
not
already,
Thora,
I've already seen
we're
people
not,
saying that,
yeah.
oh, they're pandering. No, they're not. This is a real thing.
It's a, yes.
Yeah.
It's Mighty Thor.
The same time when Sam Wilson became Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
And
thing.
so you can't be
It's a
champion that one. Like
Right.
This
It's
is a real thing that happened.
It's
after
a
the comics.
thing.
Yeah.
She also eventually dies
Mm-hmm.
as Thor, which just happened, like recently.
Mm-hmm.
She essentially sacrifices herself. She has cancer, but she sacrifices herself to save their home, not Earth, Asgard. Which, there's no
That's
Asgard
right.
right now,
No.
Well,
right? I mean,
New
Asgard
Asgard,
was-
but not
right,
the
but you know
traditional
what I'm saying, like
Asgard like that we know of.
Asgard was destroyed. We're not talking about new Asgard. We're talking about Asgard. There is no Asgard.
The
There's a
Rainbow
new
Bridge,
Asgard.
all that
Stop
stuff.
playing around. You're playing around. No. But there also is no Mjolnir.
that was gonna be the one.
Nah.
There's a Stormbreaker, but there's no Mjolnir. So how do we even get there? And do we think that events leading into this last film of the phase
This was
are going to set that up and give us a new Mjolnir? Because we're also not getting Guardians 3 until after
After this
movie.
one, yeah.
Mhm. So I think there's two scenarios. So obviously the one with obviously Doctor Strange in the multiverse. So maybe somehow one breaks out and it comes to her. Maybe that bad boy crash lands right back on Earth the same way that the first one did, and Thor goes to lift it, and unfortunately he's unworthy at that point. So Jane Foster just says, maybe they know what? Maybe they get in an argument, and as she goes over, she just lifts the hammer.
The look on his face would be hilarious.
Absolutely. Second, a new one's made. I mean, by the time now? What was his name from Infinity War? I don't
Peter
remember.
Dinklage's character.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, don't make me make up
Yeah, I'm not gonna try.
right now.
But
It's Sildred.
That's like Tyrion Lannister.
I know it, but I can't think of
Think
it
of
because
it.
you asked me. So
cool. Maybe by the, you know what, everything's working well on the planet. You know, things have gotten back in order. He's like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make your hammer again for you, and maybe this is like a gift or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. I didn't think about the hammer aspect of it until you said it just now. I was more thinking about her having cancer.
sure,
Going forward, I think she might have cancer when the movie starts.
I might have to sacrifice herself. Or
Like that may be like where she's been, like kind of like all this time or whatever. While
Maybe it was
we've
the-
been dealing with Thanos, maybe she got diagnosed with cancer. Maybe Thor just found out or something like that. Who knows?
Maybe it was the ether.
But
could be.
could be. But I don't know. Seems like the Doctor Strange aspect having something to do with it. I'm liking that idea of her getting access to the hammer. That seems like the most feasible right now. But no, I'm rocking with you on that one.
I have an
With somehow
idea.
Doctor Strange
Uh-oh.
being involved with the way she gets her hammer.
So
Or the Eternals.
there is a Loki Disney Plus show that I believe comes out around the same time.
Close.
And I know that this Loki is not our Loki that
present.
died. This is the Loki that got the Tesseract back when they went back in time and dropped it, and he took it and went into a portal. A portal. Them Jones probably put you out somewhere you don't want to be.
No. You do not go to a portal.
So, in that timeline, Mjolnir exists. For sure. And we also know Cap took Mjolnir back to the timeline that he took it from originally.
And put it back.
So, could it have something to do with Loki? Not that he's going to be in the film,
But he just causes...
but that something that he does.
That's very possible.
Or honestly...
But what if it could be that Jane Foster from that timeline that he created?
Could be that she...
And she became Thor.
Well, it's just that we know Valkyrie's in it.
Yep.
And Tessa Thompson straight up said, as the king of Asgard, I'm going to be looking for my queen. Confirmed first LGBTQ character in the MCU. Could it be Jane?
I mean, they're not Thor and her not together, so...
Yeah.
I mean, Hemsworth might not be there.
And that was the thought that maybe he's only in a portion of it, and then it just shifts gears and goes to...
Like, whatever they show of him, it could be a flashback, it could be him off somewhere else, and like the need for there to be a Thor. Maybe there's another Mjolnir. Maybe Valkyrie can't pick it up. And Jane does. She happens to be there or something. Hears of or learns about New Asgard or...
Comes there looking for Thor, but he's off Asgardian.
Something. Right. Just... Who knows? Okay, we got a lot to talk about.
But it is a lot. Yeah, but it's... That one is the most interesting. I'm glad it's last because it gives us more time to as these movies and these properties come out to have a clearer picture of what they're doing with it.
So while we know that Black Widow is going to kick off Phase 4 in May of next year, and I'm looking forward to it. We know it takes place in Budapest.
Yes! Budapest!
I'm so amped for that. So Hawkeye's got to be there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he'll be in there someplace.
He better be there.
Yeah. I need to know about Budapest.
And apparently you're going to.
I need to know about Budapest.
I like that. I don't want to dig too much into that. What I want to talk about is Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. Because the callbacks to Iron Man 3, I feel like are going to be so important. Real. But not just that. Like, apparently there have been threaded throughout films, at least since the third one, where there have been characters that are either wearing the symbol of the Ten Rings, have weapons that have the symbol of the Ten Rings on them. Like, apparently throughout the phases since then, they have been seeding that joint like it's Hail Hydra. Like, just, we've been around. Straight up.
Now I don't know what movies they were, so I can go back and
listen. Real deal, real talk. Like, look for it. Shang-Chi I'm most interested in. Just because it's like...
So random.
It's an anomaly.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's so random. It feels like it is. But they always got a plan.
There's a reason.
Oh, they do.
And that, here's the thing. For as early as Shang-Chi takes place in this phase, I feel like his involvement with Mandarin, that is going to lead or give us some clue as to what the big bad of
Oh, this is.
Yeah, like it's that has to be somewhere in the seeds of what it is, and it's totally possible that something that happened in Budapest way back.
That's what I'm thinking. Like for Black Widow to be like officially part of Phase 4, that means something in it has to tie with what's going on forward.
For sure.
Even though it takes place, you know what I'm saying, right after Civil War. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so I find that very interesting. So I'm just excited.
You
for
don't
Black
get
Widow.
the Hawkeye joint till the end.
And yeah, like,
which is crazy, and you know he's training Kate Bishop.
mm-hmm.
It's starting to sound like Young Avengers.
You've been saying it. But for me, the TV shows are what I'm most excited about.
Sure.
I guess considering the fact that they're on the screen as being a part of Phase 4, which means y'all are going to tie in probably more heavily than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did to what's going on with the MCU.
Oh, definitely. Because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is now more or less defunct from it. Like, it's not quite Netflix, but it's...
Yeah. The time frame now of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just throws it out of the loop. I mean, yeah, something could happen that would move it, but...
Oh, they said that they will touch on the decimation. They will touch on the snap in the final season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But it's not part of Phase 4.
So right, not going forward, yeah.
But the other thing is, like WandaVision and what that show means moving into Doctor Strange and her being a prominent player in that, and then being like, nah, dog, you getting that straight up witch. You getting Scarlet Witch.
Right.
Like, we ain't really seen her do what she can do.
Nope. You just got that tip of the iceberg in the game when she almost
took down Thanos. Yeah.
Oh, she was about to body him. Had he not rain fire, he'd have been done
for that military bombardment. I don't care with my people. You got to stop her.
Rain fire.
And do it.
Right. I'm about to die. I'm about to die.
Apparently I died once. I ain't dying again.
I'm trying to go to Phase 4. I'm about to die.
It's about to end my run here.
Damn.
Right, bro.
He ain't going to be in Phase 4.
Oh, nah.
Not at all.
No, not even close.
I mean, he can show up. And somebody's previous something. Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm slightly overwhelmed.
I can see that, yeah.
It's 10 things in 2 years.
Yes.
And only 3 of them in the first year.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Then they're going to hit us over the head. That follow.
2021 about to be like...
They're going to hit us over the head. That's 2021.
And again, this is without talking. This is all... No Black Panther 2.
Nope.
No Guardians 3.
Nope.
No Fantastic Four, which he decided to drop that little tidbit. And no Blade.
No, just Thor and Doctor Strange coming back for sequels. Yeah, it's like Kevin Feige said, all about new beginnings. You know what I mean? Like, they got to build up this new crop of Avengers for whatever the threat that we're getting is coming 10 years down the line.
Wait till we find out just a tidbit of what that could possibly be.
We're going to find out in May. We'll find something in May. Don't know what, but something.
Budapest.
And I'm all for it. Taskmaster, let's go.
A threat.
Let's go.
He got a corny name, but Slim is a threat.
Oh, yes. He a problem.
He's Fluke. His name's Fluke. He's a threat.
Yeah.
I want to see how they handle it, man. Like, I'm so amped. Eternals? Like, we're talking, like, straight up gods of space. You know what I mean? Like, you're going from on the ground Budapest to
galaxy.
Yeah.
Far away.
Yeah,
like,
you're going out there.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's gonna be nuts.
To come back to Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
On the ground, but again with somebody
it's
like
a little bit of
Mandarin,
everything mixed
how
in
they
all
do
this.
it, like the mystic arts, the magic, the space travel, the gods, the aliens,
a lot of magic in this. A lot of magic
like,
in this phase. Shang-Chi, Thor, Loki.
It all makes sense.
Yeah. A lot of magic being thrown around this.
Cosmic.
Yeah.
WandaVision.
I ain't interested in their toenails a horror movie too. I'm hearing.
Yes.
That That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm amped.
What if we got a preview like Marvel Zombies or something in there? Maybe Doctor Strange.
Hey, look, and then
looks
in the
to
midst
a
of that,
vision, and then we get all to
getting
come back
What
as
If?
zombie. Woo!
With all the original actors.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
And using the Watcher as the narrator.
Yes. I was.
You know what I mean? Treating it kind of like a Twilight Zone, having the Watcher as a narrator. That actually kind of hurt me a little bit because I felt like if Stan Lee was alive, he
That
would
was
have been the
him.
narrator. Like
I
he
really
would've been, and they
still-
might have still made him a Watcher.
I still think that was what. I just felt that in my bones, but I'm good with Jeffrey Wright doing it though.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm good with Jeffrey Wright.
he'll body it. He'll definitely body it.
I'm so like just getting those stories of like what would have happened if this had happened or if this had not happened. Or,
And then it's
whatever,
what if stories are they gonna like? Where they're gonna go with? You know what I mean?
Again, the fact that they're the fact that they are dealing specifically with the MCU, the fact that What If doesn't happen until after some of these other films have come out means that they could do, What If
stuff with them, yeah.
that's gone differently.
Yeah.
What if you know what I mean? Like it, I'm sick to my stomach.
In a good way,
So
though.
sexual.
Yeah,
In a good way.
yeah. I have plans for certain dates for the next 2 years.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. After San Diego Comic Con, that's when you go into the office like, I need this
I'm
date.
busy.
This day off, this day
I
off.
need
I
this
need
that day,
Yep.
that day, and that, yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, tell us what about San Diego Comic-Con got you excited? How
Yeah.
much of it was Marvel Phase 4 being announced? How did you feel about the Blade announcement? What do you think is happening with Black Widow? Are you excited about Disney Plus? And if you weren't going to subscribe to Disney Plus before, are you now?
I think most people are now. But like this, most people in that San Diego Hall H was.
Oh, they was ready.
Let us know
Take this money.
in the comments below. With that, we're out. Toodles and Loos. What it do, snackers and snackettes? Did you like what you just saw? Would you like to help us grow? Here's what you can do. Shoot over to patreon.com/loading snacks. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform of choice. Appreciate you.